Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to give you the astrology for the week of December 6th to December 12th, 2021. And let's get started. So the first thing I want to talk about is that coming into this week, we are in the new Moon Solar Eclipse Energy that happened on December 4th. And very briefly, that energy is about new beginnings, new karmic beginnings that we will work on for a few months. And in the sign of Sagittarius, this beginning, this new energy is generally speaking a positive one. So this week is about working on that energy. And if you want to know more details on what that energy is, you can watch my eclipse video. So that's the first thing about this week. The second thing about this week is that there are a lot of important aspects taking place. We have the Sun square Neptune this week, we have Jupiter square Mars this week, we have the Venus-Pluto conjunction, we have Mercury squaring Neptune. So there is a lot to talk about, and I will mention all these things and what they mean as we talk about the days. So let's begin with Monday. Now Monday, December 6th, we have a few things happening. We have the Moon in Capricorn, we have the Mars-Pluto sextile, we have the Venus-Moon-Pluto conjunction, and Mercury getting ready to square Neptune. And to make sense of all this together, it simply means that Monday is a day where we will continue to work. We will be focused on working hard and being disciplined. We also have the power to transform our actions with the Mars-Pluto sextile today, or transform how we get things done. So that energy is there on Monday with us. We might also be required to adjust our emotions to align with the transformation that we are working on, connected to our relationships and projects that started on the new Moon Solar Eclipse on December 4th. And there can be a feeling of feeling slightly confused or slightly low today. So if that's happening, just work through it. So that's Monday in a nutshell. Now moving on to Tuesday, December 7th, we have a few aspects, the highlight being the Mars-Jupiter square that I will talk about in a moment. We also have the Mercury-Neptune square. We also have the moon changing signs and the moon trining the north node and conjuncting Saturn, sextiling Chiron, as well as squaring Uranus. So Tuesday is a day where there is a lot of energy, and let me sum up this energy for you. So Tuesday, the confusion will begin to ease off because the Mercury-Neptune square will start to ease off. We will also work more on the new energy that came into our lives in December of 2020 because the moon will be in Aquarius. And very briefly, that new energy I'm referring to is the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction, which happened in December of 2020. And that began a new energy in our lives of 20 years. And every time the moon is in Aquarius, which it will be on Tuesday, we work on that energy a little bit more. But there is also an underlying feeling of stress today with the moon in Aquarius because Saturn is in Aquarius where the moon will meet up with it. And we can also take some sort of decision or make a commitment or face an emotional pattern today that might feel stressful but can lead to some sort of healing. And there is also a tendency for unexpected emotions to come up, or feeling slightly frazzled might happen. And with the Mars-Jupiter square, which is the highlight of Tuesday, there is a lot of energy to get things done and take action. And if we don't channel this energy in a positive way, it can lead to anger and frustration as well. So Tuesday is a day where it's best to take action and get things done. At the same time, we must keep our stress levels in check. We must keep a handle on our emotions. It's best not to indulge in sudden outbursts or confrontations on Tuesday. And the key to Tuesday will be keeping our stress levels under control and taking action in a positive way. Moving on to Wednesday. Wednesday is a lighter day. However, the moon continues to be in Aquarius and the Mars-Jupiter square continues on Wednesday as well. And what this means is that Wednesday is a day where we won't feel as stressed out as we did on Tuesday. But again, it's a day of taking action and getting things done. And if we don't take action and get things done, that energy can manifest as anger and frustration. So that's Wednesday. Now moving on to Thursday. Thursday we have a few things happening. First of all, the moon will change signs from Aquarius to Pisces. We will also see the moon conjunct Jupiter, the moon square Mars, and the moon square the nodes. And what all this means is that the tendency of immense action will still continue on Thursday as well as the energy of getting frustrated. So we must make sure that we are channeling that energy in a positive way by taking action and getting things done. We will also see a shift in energy today from working hard on this new energy that came into our lives in December. We will work on going with the flow. We might indulge in spiritual things, creative things, but it's an easier going energy than we have been since the beginning of the week. There's also an energy of being extremely creative and spiritual, but at the same time, this energy can also manifest as being overly sensitive, confused, and feeling a little low. So it's best to indulge in creative and spiritual things if you are feeling low, if you are feeling overly sensitive, reacting to things you wouldn't react to otherwise. So that's Thursday. Now Friday, the moon continues to be in Pisces. The moon will conjunct Neptune in Pisces, and the sun is getting ready to square Neptune. So Friday is an overload of Neptunian energy. It's about going with the flow. It's about connecting with the higher realms. It's about spiritual pursuits and creative pursuits. That being said, so much Piscean energy, if not channeled in a positive way, can make us feel slightly low, can make us feel confused, can make us overly sensitive. So it's best to indulge in creative and spiritual things and not let yourself get low, or not let yourself react to things you wouldn't react to otherwise. So that's Friday. Now moving on to Saturday. Saturday, a lot is happening. Venus and Pluto will conjunct today. We will also see the moon change signs from Pisces to Aries today. The moon will also sextile the Venus-Pluto conjunction, and the moon will square Mercury, and the Mars South Node conjunction is building up. And of course, the sun is getting closer and closer to its square to Neptune. Now, putting this all together, it means that Saturday is a day of transformation because Venus and Pluto are going to conjunct. It's a transformation to our Venus things, to relationships, projects, finances, and self-worth. But this transformation is not going to be complete today. It started with the new moon solar eclipse energy, and Venus will retrograde on December 19th, conjuncting Pluto again. And what all this means is that it's an important day in transforming love, relationships, projects, and finances, and even self-worth, but it's not the final transformation. It's an important day in that transformation that will take some time to come about. And there's also an element of maybe trying to align our head and our heart today, because Mercury and the moon will square, which means we will need to align something emotionally and mentally. We'll need to work on something so that they're in sync. And we will shift from an easygoing Piscean energy, which is about going with the flow, being creative, being spiritual, to a more let's do this, let's take action, let's get this done, let's start things, Aries sort of energy. So we will see that impulse to take action kick in today. And again, we must make sure that we don't get frustrated, we don't get angry, because Mars is getting closer and closer to the South Node, and this can also drain us of our drive. So as the moon is in Mars's sign Aries, Mars is getting ready to conjunct the South Node. So we might have a lot of drive to take action and get things done, but at the same time, we might feel slightly drained. We might feel slightly frustrated. So it's best not to let that get the better of you on Saturday. And again, with the Sun-Neptune square building, if you are feeling confused, if you're feeling overly sensitive, if you are feeling a little low, it's because of this square. And it's best to indulge in creative and spiritual things to channel this energy in a positive way. So Saturday is a transformative day. It's a day where we can continue to feel confused or feel overly sensitive. An energy, if we channel positively, can lead to a lot of creativity and spirituality. And there are moments in the day where we will need to align our head with our heart or our heart with our head. And there is energy saying, hey, let's take action. Let's get things done with the moon in Aries. Moving on to Sunday. Sunday, the highlight is the Sun-Neptune square. We also have the moon in Aries. We also have the moon conjunct Chiron today and sextile Saturn, and Mars is getting more and more closer to the south node by Sunday. And what all this means is that there is a lot of creative and spiritual energy with the Sun-Neptune square. At the same time, this energy can lead to confusion, feeling a little low, or reacting to things we wouldn't react to otherwise. So it's best to channel this energy in a positive way by being creative, by connecting with the higher realms, by practicing universal love and compassion. And the moon in Aries is urging us to take action and get things done. When the moon conjuncts Chiron today, we might feel our wounds a little bit, but the goal is to heal. And that healing, or the process of witnessing those wounds or witnessing that pain and healing through it, can lead to some decision, some definition to our emotions. And we also have Mars getting ready to conjunct the south node, which means that we can feel slightly drained in our energy, in taking action, although the universe is urging us to do so with the moon in Aries. So that's the week's energy in a nutshell. Now, to sum it up, I would say it's a week where we will work on the new Moon Solar Eclipse energy, about new beginnings, about new energy. It's a week we will continue to transform love, relationships, self-worth, values, skills, and finances. It's a week where we have tremendous energy to get things done and take action, and we must utilize it well, else it can lead to frustration. It's a week where we might feel confused, we might feel overly sensitive, we might feel like reacting to things we wouldn't usually react to. But through creative and spiritual things, we can channel this energy in a positive way. So that's the week. And another thing I want to mention is that we are building up to the Saturn-Uranus square. We've been in this energy of Saturn and Uranus squaring all of this year, but this energy was at its peak in Feb, then June, and then will be on December 24th. So we are building up to it. And what is this energy? This energy is about change. It's about embracing the new, getting rid of the old. It's about embracing our true, unique, authentic self. And since they are squaring, right, 90-degree angle, which represents friction, this process of letting go of the old, coming into the new, might feel challenging. So since the square is building and will come exact on December 24th, which means the intensity will be at its maximum on December 24th, we will start to feel this energy, and we might even be required to make changes according to this energy. Now, next week we have a lot happening. Mars is going to enter the sign of Sagittarius, leaving absolutely no energy in Scorpio and a lot of energy in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is all about hope, joy, optimism. So that's something. We will also see Mercury change signs into Capricorn, and now our communication and thinking will become more serious. It'll be more about committing to things. We will also see a full moon in Gemini on December 18th and Venus go retrograde on December 19th as Chiron goes direct. So a lot happening next week as well. December is a very happening month astrologically speaking. You can watch my December video to know more. So that's what we are building up to next week. So now I will pick a card for this week's energy and then we'll close it out. Okay, let's go with this deck. It says power. I think this week we have the power to transform, right? Mars will sextile Pluto. A lot of power. Pluto is power. Pluto is transformation. And Venus will also conjunct Pluto this week. So perhaps this is about finding our power this week to maybe take action, maybe to get things done or transform things or step into this new energy of the new moon solar eclipse in Sag. It could also mean surrendering to a higher power. Let's do that again. Too many cards. Flexibility. I think this week with the moon in Pisces, we might be required to go with the flow a little bit, especially I think it's on, when does the moon change signs? Yeah, on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I think we will be required to go with the flow a little bit, be flexible about our plans, about our things. In general, just be flexible. Let's go with one more. Something flipped. Not for you. And I think this card is saying figure out what's not for you this week. And that's because Venus is going to conjunct Pluto and we are in the new moon solar eclipse energy this week, which is about new beginnings that will transform in one way our Venus things, love, relationships, finances, projects, and self-worth. So this card is saying maybe figure out what's not for you, right? Figure out what's not for you when it comes to how you feel about yourself, when it comes to your finances or your relationships or your values, what's not for you any longer, and transform that. And it could be something as simple as a thought that you have or an emotion or just how you feel about yourself, Venus, right? Maybe a certain way of feeling about yourself is not for you anymore. Maybe you need to find your power, right, this week. So think about that. Maybe something that you need to transform will come about when we figure out what's not for us, rather than figuring out, okay, this is for me. Maybe the answer will come when we say this is not for me, and automatically what's for you will reveal itself. Sometimes we get the answer through elimination. I was taught that when I took the SATs and the GRE and all that stuff, that start eliminating your answers. What's not the answer, and that'll lead you to your answer. So perhaps do it that way. What's not for you, eliminate, and that'll lead you to what's for you. Let's go with the last card and then we'll close it out. Regret. I know that I cannot change the past. And I think this week we must not regret things, right, that have happened in the past. It's about new beginnings. It's about new opportunities. It's about new energy in Sagittarius, right? That's what we've stepped into on December 4th. And sometimes the past regret can hold us back from stepping into the new, from changing, from transforming, right? The idea that if I would have done this, this would have happened. But we must know that we cannot change the past. It is what it is. But we can step into the future. And this is new moon solar eclipse is about. I know that happened on December 4th, but we are in that energy. So let's go with one more. I know I did say that That'll be the last one, but let's go with one more. Blessed. We must not regret because we are blessed. Sag is the most optimistic, hopeful energy in the zodiac. It never sees anything half empty. It always sees the glass half full. So we are blessed, right? So we cannot let regrets hold us back. And I think that's what this week is about. And to sum it up, I would say we must find our power. We must be a little flexible. We must not let, where's that card? We must not let regret get in the way because we are blessed. So this is saying find the power, be flexible, don't regret anything that's happened, and because you're blessed. So that's the energy for the week, and I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye.